many of y'all agree with that, right? Many of y'all come out the hood. Some of you may have came out the hood and went a little further in your career, your education, and now everybody that you grew up with or the people that's supposed to love you, you're bougie now. I got that. I was told that I speak white, right? No offense to the Caucasian people, because I have some great Caucasian people that I love, okay? When I learned to speak well, that was the thing in the hood. If you're speaking well, you're just automatically speaking white because you're pronouncing your words right. You're pronouncing your words. And normally when you speak, you know, we cut corners with words, but the reality is speaking is you are supposed to really pronounce every alphabet in that word. That is how I was taught. I took voice and diction, baby. Yes, I did. Okay? But newsflash, let me just tell you this. Not all white people speak well. Can I just say that? Not all white people speak well. Okay? Not all black people speak well. Not all Spanish people speak well. Not all Asian people speak well. Not everybody speaks well. So when you speak well, it doesn't associate you with any group. It just means that you are speaking well. That's what it is. Okay? Who is this? Levi Smith, like the live. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate you joining me tonight. Thank you. Okay? So I was told that I speak white because I was speaking well, right? And again, not every ethnicity and every group speaks well, okay? Speaking well, if you don't come from that, you kind of got to study. You got to, you know, gross up your vocabulary, you know, broaden your vocabulary, okay? And really, it wasn't about wanting to speak well, because coming from the hood, you just think that the lingo that everyone uses, the slang, and you know, the pig Latin, yin yay, I yay, took yay, what yay, you know, the slang, what up, how y'all doing, what up, what people, what's going down, where my money, where my bread, you know, all of that. I love all of that from the hood. I love my culture, right? But really, I just wanted to educate myself and bring it back and share it with those who knew not, right? Because in a lot of growing up, you know, I was a child in the 80s and growing up in the 90s, and, you know, it's just not encouraged in a lot of the families in those neighborhoods because they're not thinking higher education. Not because they don't want to, because a lot of times we were not able to afford it. You know, the people that did get it, they didn't always come back and join in with the hood to give us the information. Many of them turn their backs. Many of them forget. I'm never going to be that, right? I never want to forget. I never want to turn my back because my foundation is that of the hood. Needless to say, I started to feel bad about myself because I was conditioned, you know, it was a conditioning that comes over us that if you are a product of the hood, stay there. Stay there, right? If you a product of the hood, they want you to stay there, all right? They don't want you going far, all right? And those of them that think that you are trying to go a little further, some people will try to pull you down. Stay there, right? Kind of like, all right, here's where it gets interesting, guys. Come on and join in. Kind of like the music industry is doing to our artists right now. Now listen, I'm not a big name. I can't get canceled. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. Keeping them a product of the hood and exploiting them. Yes, I'm saying it. I'm saying it. Saying it. It needs to be said. Okay? Kind of like the music industry is doing to our artists right now, keeping them a product of the hood and exploiting them. That's what's happening. Okay? Yes. Now, I'm sure that wasn't in the tunnel vision that they had, each of those people that are being exploited. I don't name names. Okay? But we all see. We see it. All right? But one day I said, girl, you worked so hard and lost plenty of sleep, okay? Trying to accomplish your goals and with very, very little help. Very little resources, okay? Very little. I don't know what that means, but hi, welcome to the live. All right, very little help. Trying to accomplish my goals. So I had to stop feeling like I owe people something. And that's hard to do. Because when you are conditioned to believe one way, you start to believe that way, right? When you know no one is checking for you, okay? And why are we like that, right? We try to get out the hood, but we allow people to exploit the very hood that we are trying to change. We're being exploited. Remember the blaxploitation in film? Do your research. That happened, okay? A balance had to take place, okay, in order for us to get it right in the film industry. A balance needs to take place in order for the music industry to get right, okay? Because right now, we're being exploited. You know, we're taught to come out the hood and, you know, and go be successful and come back and change it and, you know, bring some of that goodness so, you know, each one teach one and you climb the ladder and you pull someone up. But many people will climb that ladder and kicking people down. And many people will climb in the ladder and breaking some of the steps and saying, and if you want to get on this step, here's what you need to do. Look at what's going on today. Look at what's in the news, right? Look at some of the music guys. Embarrassing energy, misrepresenting us right in our face. Right in our face, right? And are we okay with that? I think we're okay with that because it keeps happening, right? So I am so glad that I was given the ability, thank you, Lord. Y'all know I pray. Listen, I'm not ashamed of the gospel. I don't care what I'm listening to. I don't care where I'm at. I don't care who's with me. Thank you, Lord, right? That he gave me the ability to tunnel vision so I can keep on pushing, right? And I am so glad that I have never allowed people to pay me to play myself just to show that I am still connected to the hood. Listen, I'm still connected. I love my culture. I listen to my hip hop just like I listen to my gospel and my R&B, and I listen to my jazz, okay? And yes, I will listen to some blue-eyed soul because there is some blue-eyed soul in the hood, honey, okay? Hall & Oates, okay? Michael McDonald, okay? Listen, okay? What's his name? Jack Harlow, love it, okay? Justin Timberlake, love it, okay? But I'm not going to play myself, all right, and be a misrepresentation of that very hood that I was trying to climb from and come back and bring some good energy to feed their souls so we all together as a culture can be big, right? I'm so glad that I didn't allow people to pay me to play myself just to show my connection to my hood. I didn't need to do that. I love the hood because of my culture, you know? I'm compelled to it. I don't need to do anything extra to prove I love the hood, all right? But now, to the capacity to play myself for entertaining others is absurd. So guys, I got an oath. All right? And if any of you on here represent any hood, I don't care, north, south, east, west, you know, North Carolina, South Carolina, ATL, New York City, Chicago, Milwaukee, LA, wherever you at, Pennsylvania, Delaware, even Delaware, yes, the smallest state, Delaware, okay, Maine, Boston, whatever hood you represent, this is my oath, all right? And listen, I'm not big enough to be canceled, so I can still tell my truths. All right? I promise that wherever God puts me, I will not exploit my culture for a check. I won't do that. All right? I like my green to be clean. Okay? I am not going to be out here showing my whole booty. My whole booty. Now, don't get me wrong. Sexy is sexy, all right? Show a little cheek. It's all right to give a little tease. I ain't mad at that. But I am certainly not going to be a woman out here showing my whole booty, okay, to the world. And it still look good. It's firm. I worked it out. It still look good, okay? But everybody don't need to see it, all right? And although I am highly sexy naturally, okay? No enhancements or none of that, okay? Maybe a little hair, okay? But naturally sexy, all right? My sexual activity ain't none of your damn business publicly. It's not. And I'm never going to share that, okay? So that is my oath. And one more thing, right? Right? I am not tearing down my hood for clicks to allow other cultures to make fun of it or to profit off of it. That's my oath to my hood. That is my oath to my culture, right? I will not tear down my hood for clicks and allow other cultures to make fun of it or profit off of it. I'm not doing that. That is just that easy, all right? It's just that easy. I will not. Because I am sure that was not a part of my tunnel vision, okay? And one more thing on oath. I promise I stay fly till the day that I die, all right? That's been a part of my oath for a long time, all right? I promise I stay fly till the day that I die, okay? Now listen, I got a message here. Somebody put I represent. Yes, represent. Moderator, he write like a doctor. He's only an engineer. Okay, yes.